All right, everybody, welcome back bright and early to a new week of TWC 2026 action. Of course, it is Friday, 12 UTC. Got a rare non-weekend start here. We're going to be taking our first winners bracket matchup of the week. It'll be Norway versus Taiwan. I'm over to Hedge 2015. Going to be joined by the lovely Youngin for this one. Hello there.
Hello everyone, I am very happy to be able to cast a 12 UTC match because it's actually weekday today. Usually 12 UTC, I'm a bit occupied, but I will be here casting between Taiwan versus Norway. 9th seed versus 14th seed. Usually in round 16 here, you see 8th versus 9th, but because of the group stage system, it turned out the way to be Norway against Taiwan. A pretty all-rounded team here, Norway, especially very good at the double time and free mod skill set. Going up against Taiwan, which is not really known as a free mod team, but rather than like a no mod double time or a singular mod team. So it's interesting to see how these two teams fare against each other.
Yeah, Taiwan, plenty of history to mention. They're the only non-Japanese country ever to win TWC, although that was way back in the early 2010s. Huge string of second places in the 2010s. Their best player in the country probably still is Chu00608. He isn't here, but most others are here. This is still a very strong team. I think seeded is pretty deceptive for these guys. Also got Cheese Stingy coming back finally. Last time he played was in 2021. He wasn't so good at the game yet. Now he is, and I think he might take at least a regular spot on this team, if not a carry role.
Yeah, definitely. Taiwan team full of powerhouse, but so does Norway. We do have Vandelicious, Tien, the two definitely main players for the team. We do have Petter, Nguyen Fanboy to, I would say, support the whole team. Kaisuro probably here for mostly the gimmicky picks, but I don't think we will have any gimmick map in stock for this tournament. So, but there's still no more 4 open. Maybe see Kaisuro coming in for No Mod 4, but for now we're gonna get 2 bans here. No Mod 2 ban from Norway, the tech map, usually not the most favorite team towards technical stuff, so I'm not surprised to see them banning that map. Taiwan there banning No Mod 1 is honestly to me slightly a bit more surprising. I feel like No Mod 1, despite it being a 50-50 map, it's just something that Taiwan could still go for because in my honest opinion, Norway is not the best consistency team ever. They kind of miss quite a bit, even during the group stage.
Yeah. I mean, Taiwan, basically, I'd say historically they're like the second strongest mechanics team behind Japan. Like mods, maybe not so much their thing, but just mechanics, speed act, that sort of thing is Taiwan's bread and butter. And yeah, you're gonna see that in their first pick. It's gonna be the DT2, it's the fast DT side by side, map by Ono, 248 BPM, only barely above 6 stars, but that is pretty deceptive. This is a hard map, especially just to keep back on. Offbeats everywhere. You're going to hear me say that a lot about this pull, by the way. There are offbeats really everywhere this week. But some slider action in this one too. The maximum score can only go above the normal due to slider ticks. And it gets an extra 60,000 this map from how many sliders there are.
Yeah, and especially we see these have like double time techie picks. DT2, I would not say it's completely techie because there's still speed elements inside, but 248 BPM with offbeats are quite cruel to the players. We have seen in Taiko World Cup 2023 there's a double time 2 which was basically the same BPM with the similar patternings. I would say probably even more rude patterning in that map, and that map gets banned all the time or just like ignored. And Taiwan usually loves to exploit these type of like very difficult picks here, starting off with DT2. However, they're up against a team that I would say DT is definitely one of their strengths. Vandelicious, extremely good double time player, and Petter as well, who is also not shabby at all at double time. There's also Tien waiting on the board, who is also really good at double time.
Yeah, this could be a bit of a trap pick for Norway, but Taiwan's roster as well. Monkey D. Luffy 3U4 has been cracking open DT2s for years and years and years, and the SSDS, kind of an unknown quantity for Taiwan. Basically nobody outside maybe the Asian scene knows anything about this guy, but he put up some good scores in qualifiers, so we'll have to see.
don't
Sliders
think
are
it's even an Asian scene. Even the I think only the Taiwanese scenes knows about this guy. He's mostly in here for the double time accuracy stuff and also more technical stuff here, but right now he's a bit bordering the lobby here as both teams on the opponent's team on 99%, like I mentioned, Vandalicious and Petter, very good at these like double time maps, and they are clearly cooking in this pick. Monkey trying to keep up with them, but their second player is not on the board so far.
And it's gonna open up the lead, that miss for Norway, actually. This is Taiwan's first pick, so if they lose this, then I don't know, things may just get interesting in this match. I would still heavily favor Taiwan overall, but maybe showing a little bit of consistency issue here. Maybe just nerves from DSS. I mean, playing in practice and then playing in a World Cup match when you know a couple hundred people are watching are two different things. But in any case, Norway get to the halfway point with a 20,000 score lead. If they just hold 2 FCs, I think this is pretty much a sealed win for them, but we'll see. The sliders here can catch anyone off guard.
Especially this is the first time ever the SSDS has been playing in front of 100 people. Some of those nerves could definitely catch you off guard. Norway, like I mentioned, is pretty much known to be a team who will miss on some stuff that you did not expect, but currently I don't think even one miss would be able for them to flip it back to Taiwan.
C-Mac on both Norwegian players, just matching through the first 3 quarters here. The long sliders come and go. I think Norway got some more ticks just due to full ulting. I think DSS was mashing a little bit, which tends to work, but at BPM this high can miss you a couple ticks. Don't trust that miss from Monkey D. Luffy. That's probably just a Bancho thing.
But not only they need
this is a long freeze.
They need an actual break here from Norway to give it back.
Okay.
In this pick.
Oh no.
And that's an actual misses here from DSSDS for sure. And I don't think that would mean Taiwan would get the point unless Petter did really disconnect in the final end of the map, which would be very unfortunate.
Oh, it looks like he's alive. It's a single player game, 70,000 points, 60,000. Petter just on his own here. All he has to do is not totally lock up, and he will get Norway the breakpoint win. Taiwan showing with 1 point on our top left corner, but that is deceptive. Norway are gonna win this and get a breakpoint on map 1 with a double FC on DT2. Monkey D. Luffy actually with the highest act, but not the highest score. Vendel won 19 100s, but I suppose more slider ticks, maybe more finishers, is gonna top this one. And yeah, 1-0 Norway. Maybe not what everyone expected.
Okay, I do believe that's lag here from Monkey D. Luffy. He still got the top score, but yeah, Petter did get a little bit nervous from the second half of the map. After the break, probably instantly drops loads of act in the final chorus, but still able to keep it up with their team, and that's gonna be a first very good point here for Norway and their picnics. And I'm gonna be real, I think that is a pretty bad selection from Taiwan to start things off. To me, Norway is a completely double time and free mod team. Going for the second half of the pool, is what Norway would have picked first, and I'm pretty sure they were gonna go for free mod as the next pick. I think free mod is a clear pick here from Norway, unless they hide something in their sleeves that they are trying to exploit the opponent team's weakness. But I do think free mod should be the play here.
Yeah, I mean, Norway, that kind of rank restricted experienced team, you could even use the D ranker word, so I wouldn't trust what you see on the tin with these guys. I feel like anything could come out here and be like, yeah, sure. Especially on a pull like this, I think most winners bracket teams are genuinely going to be comfortable on like every map, like all of them, except maybe like a no mod 4 or something.
They're thinking of what they're gonna go for next.
Ooh, okay,
yeah,
free mod 1.
Good pick. That's a
makes
very
sense.
good pick from Norway.
So, yeah, Taiwan not so much known for their EHDHR. I think if there's one thing that they are not known for, it would be that 2-mod ability. Polemo, however, coming in, has very solid experience on both mods. You may know him mostly for Hidden, but believe me, I've seen some stuff. This guy's EHDHR scores are crazy, and High Greeks comes in as well. This guy is the pole practicer. he just comes in for a few maps a week and destroys them. So this is a scary lineup for Taiwan, but Vendalicious, at the very least, is an ESGHR warrior. This guy plays V2 Hidden Hard Rock for fun, which not many people actually go all the way to bother to do. And I would imagine that we see Tien, or Defectum, coming in for this one.
Very strong lineup here for Norway, and I think this is the best pick they could have go for. Like I mentioned, Taiwan this year did lose 2 of their big players inside their team, which is Yuan Mao and Harryada, which 2 of them are the main hidden hard rockers for the Taiwanese team for around a couple of years currently. So now they are losing those 2 players, and that hurts their hidden hard rock ability by a lot, and kind of forcing High-Greeks, who is not the most comfy player on hard rock, to play something like this. However, this map is very easy compared to the rest of the pool. I can see Taiwan able to perform if Norway does find a break here, but they do have to be careful about some of these free mod selections here. I honestly think this expected this to be their ban, but we'll see what they can pull up against the very strong hidden hard rock team here from Norway.
Yeah, I don't think this is a safe pick for Norway, but I think against a team like Taiwan, there just is no such thing as a safe pick. But looks like Vendel has disconnected, so we might need a minute. Because realistically, Norway are not competing on this without Vendel. Like, they just aren't. I think they have less depth per pick, like less reserve players compared to other teams in the winners bracket right now. And it looks like Vendel is back.
Absolutely. I do believe they do have Nguyen Fanboy to at least able to keep up with Hidden Hard Rock. However, his accuracy is not up on the board, especially on such a easier map compared to 3D Mod 2. I don't think Nguyen Fanboy would be the choice here, and it would be a big problem for Norway if they miss Vendalicious currently. And he's still trying to get into the lobby, but his internet is not helping them. A lot more High-Greeks and Tien just waiting for Vendalicious to connect back.
A bit of connectivity trouble here for Norway.
And of course, the chat is gonna make fun of me saying the word fanboy. It's gonna be fanboy.
Nuran Fanboy. I got you covered. Just call it Mist. Just call it Mist.
Yeah, we'll just call it Mist. Dude, I'm sorry, chat. I cannot pronounce the word fan apparently. When especially when it's with the word boy.
Yeah, I was botched for 1 TWC, and I've been over the hedge for 5 now, and people still call me botched sometimes. It's like, can you not just use the joke username?
Sure.
Alright.
I hope that's not a problem for Norway. Because I think from what I know from these Norwegian players is that they don't really talk when inside. They don't really talk when they are playing a match. Like, don't go for Discord, VC, no VC kind of player. So if there is unexpected situations like this, it might be a big hurdle for their team. And I think that just should be on now, and hopefully that's the case.
Yes, looks like Vendel has a successful mic check in there. We should be okay to start free mod 1 any moment now.
Can you see me? Yes.
John Cena has entered the lobby. We're gonna see some interesting stuff here. Or maybe we aren't.
Hopefully players' hands are wrong. And let's see, can Norway take a huge lead with this pick? 3-1, a very good map for them.
Thankfully, this is the kind of map where even if your hands have cooled down a bit, it's okay. It's not so mechanically heavy. You just need your eyes going. All 4 players on Hidden Hard Rock. No less to be expected of any winners bracket match this week. I think this will see only 8 mods, at least from the top 16 teams. A couple 100s from High-Greeks to start it off. Every free mod intro so far this tournament has started along with the music and been very mean to Ack, but 2 SS ranks hold.
All eyes are on High-Greeks and able to keep up with the players from the Norwegian team. Polemo should be fine keeping up with Vendalicious and Tien, but I'm a little bit worried about High-Greeks' accuracy on a map like this.
Maybe so. Right now, everyone looking strong, and 100 advantage for Norway. 100 advantage for Norway. 100 on the top, 3 on the bottom per player. Essentially just a dead tie here.
There's one offhand 1-6 coming up soon, and he caught catch me off guard a bit, but it seems like only catching up a bit of 100 here from TN. It's now back to tie, as High Picks and TN are tie, Fendelicious and Polemo also tie. It's basically
halfway into the map.
1-1 up against the players.
Yeah, remember, if two teams tie on 100 count, it's the best score that wins, but it looks like we're not going to see a 100 count tie here. It's a rare break from Vendel on Hidden Hard Rock, and now the break comes in. Both teams will see the 20k advantage that Taiwan has just stumbled upon. That's a huge miss from Vendel.
Like I mentioned, if Taiwan able to keep up their FCs, I think they got a pretty long shot here to win, because like I mentioned, Norway is not the best team here in terms of consistency. They kind of miss quite a bit on even maps that they're supposed to do well in practice. Unfortunately, that's the case here with nerfs, and especially with full-up players. That is a huge lead for Taiwan. I think it's slowly coming up to more than one miss, and Polemo might just here carry their team, showing that Taiwan can still play Hidden Hard Rock. Hype's trying to back up and support him as much as possible, keeping up with TN, and that's all he needs to do.
Vendel back up to the combo cap now. Despite the miss, has clean accuracy, but time is pretty much up here. Unless we see a lock-up or a disconnect from Taiwan. This is not happening. This is going to be a counter break point. And we're tied up 1-1 after 2 maps, and another big break from Vendel. But that's just insult to injury at that point. It was already over, and 4 100s from Polemo, looking real strong. And, in fact, bad news, if Vendel had FC'd with that 100 count, Norway would have won by a pair of 100s. It's the misses that make all the difference.
Similar to DT2, if Taiwan did FC the map, I do believe they would have flushed up the point.
I think so, yeah. Narrowly.
Yeah, narrowly. It's a similar case here for the first 2 maps. The one team finds a break and it's over for their own team. That's what happens when you come up to, I would say, this round 16 pool. Probably the same for group stage, where the pools tend to be on the easier side, but there's still some harder maps left on the board. I think Taiwan should definitely go for no more for in this case here, one of the hardest maps on the entire pool, and also some gimmicky skill sets. I don't know that Taiwan knows that they are facing a team who is not the best at no mod. That's why they're not picking it. I think picking double time is just a wrong strat. I can see Hard Rock being picked, but again, I think it's a similar case where Norway just so much stronger on some and consistent when it comes to like faster scroll speed and stuff. So some of the small, slower scroll speed stuff may benefit Taiwan in this case.
I'm not sure.
One more thing I would say is that I would say this week's Hidden Pool is also quite fast in terms of scroll speed. 155 ppm on Hidden 1, but the map is basically entirely speed up, so except that one Butsukashi section. So that map is also very Hidden Hard Rock like, so I don't think Hidden is the best shot here for Taiwan, which usually I would definitely benefit Taiwan in terms of Hidden. I would avoid Hidden and just go for no mod currently.
I think it's fair to say Hidden 1 this week is simply a learning map. You have to know where the 3-4 are, and they are everywhere, or otherwise you're gonna find misses and no mod 4 to pick. You know what, I think this makes perfect sense for Norway, because this is how you get Vendel out of the lobby, except I know a couple things. Vendel has practiced this map a lot. He is probably gonna be in for this one. Vendel known for, if having any weakness, that weakness being, you know, the SV and gimmick picks, your no mod 4s, but has made a special effort this week. Showed me just last night a very good score on this that would be totally competitive in winner's bracket. The issue is consistency. Even if you have a weakness skill set, right? Even if you hyper practice the map and you can do very well on it, it's always going to be less consistent than your kind of comfort picks because you're just less comfortable in it. So there could still be trouble, but this isn't as much of an auto loss as it seems potentially if you know Vendel. As long as
Absolutely.
Tien has also practiced, but Savgo High Greeks, scary combo.
I think Tien is similar case as Vandal. He is a bit better in terms of the SV stuff, but it's also not his strong point. But same could be said about Surfco, which is very surprising to see him on the board this time.
Yeah, instead of
Let's see how
like
he performs.
Cheese is so good at this genre of slot, I think, but he's not here.
Palermo as well, and that's a power roster here from Taiwan where all of their players are just super good at no mod. They can literally swap anyone in and they can perform just fine on this pick. They have to be careful though, because according to Botch's word, Norway practice this unless they can keep up, because apparently they are doing so.
We haven't seen any of the real hardest parts of the map. We've seen a bit of an appetizer, but here's where the map begins. These doublets are about to get really brutal. This is just memorization for full ult. Everyone hits it, but Vendel gonna find misses afterward, and honestly, that probably is the point, but we'll see, we'll see.
And also huge accuracy loss from Tien as well.
And Taiwan are on one combined 100 right now. Norway were as ready for this one as they were realistically going to be. Taiwan are more ready. Vendel gonna find another brick on that big slowdown, and despite Tien's FC, there's just nothing you can do against this from Taiwan. 100 combined still through the hardest part of the map.
Yeah, they are just so good at this.
Jeez.
I'm kind of surprised that Surfco also able to do something like this, because he's not really known as like a high practice map kind of guy, but he's crushing this map, and his buddy High Greeks is also basically assessing this map. No problem for the Taiwanese team, and they are just crushing the competition on this pick. Finally, a
does find a miss, but it doesn't matter. High Greeks can lose SS as well to the slowdown.
That's just so stupid.
it basically in high enough level matches just decides the map by pure RNG alone. Like who catches the completely untimable slowdown better? Like, thanks, man. It's rough. Tien's still holding on to that FC, but doesn't matter.
No problem for High Greeks. It's only the end left, and they are going to be taking this point quite confidently. Like I mentioned, this is not something that I expect Norway to perform in the match, and unfortunate case for Vandal, who definitely practice a lot in solo, but in match performances, something like this, some disaster like this could just happen. And that is a 2-point here for Taiwan, but I really expect this a very, very positive 3-point for Taiwan. So that's the only weird map left of the pool. So Norway can definitely go for maps that they are more confident with.
Yeah,
3 mod 2, DP1. Screaming to that.
Yeah. Of course, I think low practice Vendel gets 700k on the map we just saw, but 900k still nowhere near enough. Taiwan scores so strong. 5 100s and 2 misses combined is pretty great on a map like that, especially when they were basically all on the slow time that is just so RNG. Free mod 2 gonna be picked. This is the map that teams have had a little less time to practice, due to reasons we won't get into on the stream. This had to be slotted in midweek. Nobody's fault kind of thing. No fingers to point here, but we do have an Anwolf map that was released on Tuesday instead of the usual Sunday, which might affect teams. You might, have people that really do need to practice the map every day to feel consistent on it. But
hopefully it's not these players, because they need to play very early as well at Friday. I'm not too sure is Tien actually on board right now, actually. Because I think he is going to another place soon. Hopefully that's not the case.
As far as I know, already in that other place, he is. According to Vendel, playing from a PC bong right now. So 4 HDHRs again on the anti-mod, and this is harder to mod than free mod 1, but still nothing too crazy. I think it's just that the map itself is a lot harder. Okay, crazy take. I think this is harder with HR only than HR 1 in this pool, and Vendel has missed, but so has Palermo. The intro catches 2 players, and I think the key for both now is don't lose hope. Don't think because you've missed the map is over, because neither of them probably knows it, but suddenly it's still even. Maybe a bit early jitters from both.
Yeah, I think the sheer difficulty of moddability of this map it benefits Norway quite a lot because again, one miss will not really matter because the opponent will also miss because of how hot the map is. It's a bit less act oriented compared to I would say something like Prima 1 because of the sheer difficulty, but still accuracy could be quite important as right now Norway is in the lead fully due to accuracy, tied from TN and High Greeks.
Yeah, some more 100s from Polemo, who is struggling a bit. Maybe did need more days of practice on a map like this. Oh, and a miss from High Greeks as well. Suddenly, Norway in the driver's seat here. That lead is 10k, and it's only gonna grow with the combo as long as the Norwegian FCs hold. 1-3 comes in. All players hit it. There will be 2 more. 1 long one and 1 short one at the start of the final Ki.
Currently, no problem for the Norwegian duo, Vandalicious and TN is kind of just rushing this map. 99% from Vandal and 99.3 from TN. They are just doing so good on this pick, even on that funny 1-4 to 1-3 switch. No problem. Also some funny SV, and they clearly practice this despite the low practice time in for them.
1-3 comes in, everyone hits it. Yeah, double 99 FC at this point in the map, so impressive. Most of the hardest stuff has passed by, but we still have some things to hit. Vendel finds a miss, and this might get interesting, because now Taiwan at the combo advantage, and that lead is not insurmountable. Another miss from Vendel, hold on. 2 misses from Polemo and Tien, a big trade, but a lockup from Tien means that Taiwan are ahead by 5k.
They have to not drop on the 1 and SV.
It's all about High Greeks.
He's putting Polemo on his shoulder. 5,000 points. He has to kill it for the final moments. No.
If anyone misses, they just lose.
And nobody drops on the SV.
Misses.
I think that's it.
Last 1-3 catches nobody, and Taiwan gonna escape Free Mod 2 with a win and a break point. Wow, that was real close, Youngin, all the way up to the very end.
That's some unfortunate play from Norway. Look at their accuracies. I think they're clearly on the better team here, but sometimes you don't have the consistency, and that could happen.
Yeah, about 10 100s of advantage for Norway there, but it's just more misses. Usually tends to lose you the point unless your opponent has very bad AC, and nobody in this TWC winners bracket has very bad AC, let me tell you.
Yeah, I think that's 2 pocket pick from Norway being able to defend by Taiwan. Now Taiwan gonna go for the next pick, but honestly I think the pool is kinda dropping in size that they don't have much to choose for. Usually, again, I would benefit Taiwan, but I think they kind of just banned their maps that they should go for. I think they really should have picked No Mod 1. I would say should go for No Mod 3 though. Or No Mod 5. I would say some of these like consistency maps, going up against Norway is a pretty good shot. Everything else, modder picks I would stay away from, especially on maps that if one miss could not determine one miss could not determine the differences because of sheer accuracy. So I think No Mod 3 and No Mod 5 it should be the best pick from Taiwan currently. Oh my god, HD2. Okay.
Oh, okay, this is interesting. It's gonna be Open Scar Unending. So this is essentially offbeat, stream hidden. Yeah, it's just hard padding streams. There is some very tricky stuff towards the start of the map, but I think if you get through the beginning, really all you have to do is read some on-hand don cat stuff, and you're good. But I might be a bit biased, because I tend to play harder streams all the time. Maybe in match with nerds it's a little different, people get caught out, but I think this will be an act battle map between these two teams. Except, who do Norway field for this? Who's their second player? Probably
it's definitely. I think it's definitely these two. I don't think they're swapping any players on this map.
these two, there's only Vendel. Vendel and Vendel? Actually, you know, that could
yeah,
do pretty
yeah.
well. Yeah, okay. Two of Vendel would be pretty good. But
Yeah, I think it's definitely TN and Vendlicious. Some of these like stream hidden is quite hard to perform in match. I'm kind of scared of Norway, honestly, on this pick. I'm actually more confident in them in Hidden 1 than this map, which is quite surprising because usually we talk about Norway, they are very fast leading players. They do very well on some of these like Hidden 2 picks, but this week Hidden 2 is not the fast, it's not what you really call fast Hidden. Instead, it's offbeat Hidden. And like I talked about Norway before, yeah, they offbeats and like stream weird patterning hidden, and I think that's usually you could say it's Norway's strength, but it's also a map they usually they could just underperform.
Impossible triple incoming. These guys are cheating. They actually all SS'd it. That is crazy.
Bosh, I'll just be real. I think you skill issued.
Maybe, but I played this map like 20 times and I've SS'd that triple twice. It's actually crazy. It's blue tick 3-4. Okay, Vendel misses. Vendel misses, so now a big advantage for Norway, who are still sitting on a 98 FC and a double S through the intro from High Greeks, and I think I was about to say the words, now that he's gotten through the intro, he might be on SS watch, and then as I start saying it, he hits a 100. But still a big advantage for Taiwan here.
I don't think High Greeks is really known as like a player who is like known for SS. I'm also kind of surprised to see Chi Stinky coming in for this pick, but I guess Palermo probably... Yes, Palermo probably feeling a bit unconfident on some of these stream patterning. Ooh. We do see a break from the players that I expect with full combo though. High Greeks finding a miss, and that's a chance.
That might make things interesting.
That is a door open for Norway. They just have to hold on these streams. There's a couple more upcoming in the map because it's still early on the map. One of the longest map in the entire pool. And Taiwan needs to hold on their accuracies.
Real close. Long streams come in now. This is the key part of the map. If anyone misses, it could be disastrous. It could be a big lockup. Everyone hitting it all so far.
Norway able to perform in match because I'm just
everyone hits them.
I'm so scared of them playing offhand streams, but they able to hold on this time, and that will be a big W for them.
The act drop from Tian is gonna double the size of the lead for Taiwan. 15k still not invincible, but I think if Taiwan just hold their FCs, this should be all good. Tian's accuracy is simply not high enough right now to keep Norway fully in this. They're in striking distance, but that's about it. Some more 100s coming out as we get into the last KI, which is kind of just Inneroni. It's somewhat weird patterns, but if you can hit the streams, you can hit all this.
There's some more hard streams towards the end of the map though, and because of how dense the map is on the final parts of the map, it could be a real disaster if you just not lock in the final set of streams. About a bit of a 100 drop here from the Norwegian team is making Taiwan cover one miss differences. I think even the one miss is not enough. They need a giant knock lock in the final set of streams. We are on to the final part of the map. It's not
happening. Hard patterns near the end of this last stream. Watch out. A lot of triples, everyone hits it, and it's going to be an FC for Cheese and Tian. See it for a disaster on stuff you shouldn't be missing on. High Greeks with 99.7 despite the break. Vendel with 1040k. It's really just High Greeks' miss versus Tian's accuracy, and the difference is gonna be made by the accuracy. The trio of 1040ks. But the 10-15, good FC, but it just looks out of place in this matchup, and it's going to be match point Taiwan.
So unfortunate for Norway, they missed like on the end, only 1/3 and 1/6 in the entire map.
I don't think it makes a difference. I mean, Vendel could have SS'd and they would have still lost. So it's like, whatever. Oh no, wrong offset. Oh, that is tragic.
Yeah,
would have taken a good FC, but damn.
TN was hitting 100s on the slow sessions. I think that is a bit of putting. Yeah, it could be because he's also not playing his like we mentioned on his usual setup. and it really hurts them. And they're gonna go for a map that I'm kind of surprised that they would go for. No mod free.
Yeah.
Alright,
well,
so
they surely
yes.
has to be. I think this is bring in Petterday, make him FC the speed map. Vendel locks in, and they get a point. I think that's the plan here for Norway. Of course, things don't always go to plan, but that is the outcome I think they're hoping for.
Yeah, I think Taiwan has like 5 players on this pick. They have everyone who can play speed.
I think all the top 8 teams have at least 4 players for this, really. This is kind of the most bread and butter skill set of all, strong taiko teams. Like, they just can play fast maps because that's what people good at the game do. And this is a fast map, and that's kind of it. A little bit of offbeat action at the end, but very, very little. For the most part, this map is actually on beat, which is unusual for this pull.
And the whole map is very comfy as well. I think it's actually more comfortable than No More Free last weekend because of the patterning. It's very full art friendly, especially for all the players in the Norwegian team. I would say it's all pattern friendly, and because of all playstyle friendly, and maybe because of how the map is, I can see Norway going for this, but not something that I would associate them to pick, honestly.
I mean, what else did they go for? DT1 maybe? But I feel like I don't know who goes second on that, and whether they have the accuracy. Like, I feel like they kind of have to be better right now.
It's hit them on. It's hit them. I think they just need a nerve stage that they don't want to pick hit them one, but
yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know.
Same as Hard Rock, but I feel like they could have go for some of those picks rather than no mod. But we'll see though. We'll see does this work out for them. So I've got Monkey D. Luffy, mainstay of the roster Taiwanese team. As he can nowhere keep up with the SS. I think this is a map that a couple of 100s could decide upon, or maybe even 100 differences.
We could see, yeah. In theory, all of these players can SS this map. In theory. Match tends to go differently. Get into the first Ki. This is about the highest kind of density we will see in the map besides the ending. And everyone can handle it perfectly. It's just going to be those random 100s. A little bit of a slower SV section here, nothing too crazy, but if you get too used to reading fast, it can cause some problems. Everyone's fine.
These players are real tournament players.
No problem.
No problem for them.
Still 4 maxes coming into this section. Got a little bit of pattern repetition here, some KKDs. 1-100 from Sevgo. So Norway with the lead, but they have to hold on for dear life here to keep it. They need perfect play to maintain this lead as it is, and Vendel finds a miss! And that, honestly, that might be game. They're gonna need a miss from Taiwan. They're not gonna act drop to the value of 15,000 score. And they will see at the break, Patter and Monkey D. Luffy on max score. Savgo 1-100. It's just Vendel. Again with the misses, the ack is always there for this guy, but it is just the random misses.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's huge nerfs, and especially on Forts, one misread could have been just game over to your brain. And some misread like that happens, and you basically gone for the entire pattern. And on the map, they just a 50-50 roll. Honestly, I think this map is a 50-50 roll between these two teams, and I think it just does not benefit Norway at all.
Yeah, the
Heather's doing so good with the double S, but he's being traded with Monkey D. Luffy, who is also on an SS run. Zefko with 1-100s.
Yeah, all players sleepwalking through this map, and honestly, that does include Vendel. Despite the miss, still at 99.8, but all it takes is one note you don't hit, and suddenly, that's it.
That's a huge wall.
1-3 comes in. Everyone's got it.
From Taiwan, with the final set of patterns. We do see Zefko drop slightly bit of 100, but it's not gonna matter. He needs a miss
100 at the very end. Aww. And that is going to be GG well played. Zero. Oh, Vendel! Actually, they would have won it if not for the misses. It was 0-2. That hurts like nothing else, man. Knowing that if you just didn't miss, you can keep all the 100s you got. If you just didn't miss, you would have won. It's the worst feeling, and it's gonna happen to Vendel again this match. 0 100s, 2 misses, 2 100s from Savgo, 1 from Petter, and of course the SS from Monkey D. Luffy, the mechanics monolith of Taiwan. He's always been doing this, and he does it again to secure Taiwan's 5th point and their first victory of the tournament. They win against Norway in the round of 16, 5-1. They will advance to the winners' quarterfinals to face the winner of Japan versus Australia. So that one could be fun. Yeah, Japan's matches are always basically 0% lose rate, but I think this is one of the, highest 0% lose rates they've had in a very long time. Frostatic and Jai are an unbelievable combo. Frostatic is already Rookie of the Year, and it's only been group stage. So, I don't know. I don't think it's a guaranteed sweep at the very least. We'll see how that one goes. But the winner of that will be facing Taiwan next week. And Norway go down to the losers bracket. Do we know whereabouts they are in the losers bracket?
I don't have much of a clue, but honestly, I think they kind of benefit from the pool having like more modded and double time maps, or maybe even harder pools in general. They will be dropping down to the loser brackets up against the winners of Switzerland and Portugal.
All right. Well,
good. Hopefully they are less nervous in upcoming matches.
Yep. Well, that is us for now. Obviously, it is Friday, so this was a bit of a rare case. This is the only match we have for you today. Matches begin in full force on Saturday and Saturday morning. 2 UTC, only 13 hours away already. We have Mexico versus Canada in the lower bracket. Our next upper bracket match is going to be, just a tiny chance, just a little hint of match of the week potential of extreme high-level taiko. You got Japan versus Australia at 6 UTC, and then you have to wait until the European afternoon for the majority of Saturday's action. So join us at 2 UTC if you can tomorrow for Mexico versus Canada. Thank you guys very much for getting up on a Friday to watch this one.
And my name is Youngin. Joining with you today, we got Botch. See you then.
Thank you for watching.